Hello, it's Vidas again, and in this video I would like to talk about what kind of organ pieces you can play on manuals only, that is, without the pedals. You see, it's important to know the repertoire without the pedals, also called manualiter repertoire, because not every organist has an access to organ pedals when playing in public. Even churches don't always have organ instruments with pedals. So I think today I'm going to give you a brief overview of what kind of pieces you can play without the pedals, only on keyboards, manuals. So obviously Baroque music sounds really good on the organ without the pedals, Baroque keyboard music. And let's start with Bach, okay? I personally, all these pieces from this list are my favorites and personally tested, so I think you can also enjoy practicing and playing them in public or for your own benefit too. So the easiest Johann Sebastian Bach's pieces are included in the notebook of Anna Magdalena Bach, about 40 pieces, dances, minuets, arias, polonaises, marches, and other dances. Easy keyboard pieces sound beautifully on the organ without the pedals. Then there is Wilhelm Friedemann Bach's Klavierbuchlein, also called the Little Organ Buch of Wilhelm Friedemann Bach, but most of the pieces are written by Johann Sebastian Bach for his 9-year-old son, Wilhelm Friedemann. And here are 13 little preludes from this collection, and very valuable to play for organists who have rather modest keyboard skills. And these prelude sounds wonderful on the organ. Then, of course, there are inventions, 2-part inventions, 15 2-part inventions, and 15 3-part sinfonias. They are also included in the little keyboard book of Wilhelm Friedemann Bach, at least the early versions. But the inventions in this book are called preambules, and the sinfonias are called fantasias. So these are the same pieces, but wonderful compositions. I recommend first practicing and playing 2-part inventions, and then later on the 3-part sinfonias. Of course, Bach wrote numerous keyboard works such as Well-Tempered Clavier and dance suites. At least some of them might also work on the organ, even the fugues from the Well-Tempered Clavier and the preludes too. Okay, so then let's turn our attention now to other Baroque composers. Like Telemann. Telemann wrote 48 chorale preludes. For the organ, they all can be played without the pedals. That's very practical collection and sounds wonderful. Easy preludes and without the pedals. Then Zachow from the Middle Germany wrote 53 chorales. Also there is a collection of these chorales, and you can find them online, and they are very beautiful, sort of Pachelbel style, Telemann style, but quite easy and colorful without the pedals. Then Zachow also wrote 10 preludes and fugues without the pedals. You can also play the manualiter on the organ. Johann Pachelbel wrote 72 chorale preludes. That's very extensive collection. Also you can find them online, and obviously they work on the organ without the pedals. Then Fischer wrote 20 preludes and fugues, also called Ariadne Musica, and in many keys. They are written in many keys and many modes, and you can take advantage of them. Very wonderful collection. Then Johann Ludwig Krebs wrote Klavierübung. Just like Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach wrote 3 parts of Klavierübung. Then 4 parts, excuse me, of Klavierübung. Then Krebs wrote 3 parts of Klavierübung. Klavierübung means keyboard studies, keyboard exercises, basically. So in part 1 there are chorale preludes on different Lutheran chorales. Many of them are in three sections. The preamble, also called the like a prelude. It's like a prelude on this tune. Then the real chorale, and then chorale harmonization with figured bass. There are 13 of them. Then you can also take advantage of Klavierübung part 2 and 3. There are collections of dance suites in one of them, and in the other is keyboard sonatas. In keyboard sonatas, short pieces, wonderful sound on any keyboard instrument, by the way. Then Johann Pachelbel also wrote the fugues on the Magnificat. Magnificat is the famous chant performed also in Lutheran Vesper services, and since these pieces could be performed alternatim with the chant, so little fugues on the Magnificat sounds wonderful on the organ too. They don't require any pedals. They are divided into 9 different collections according to the mode, and in each collection there are 8 pieces in each collection. Then Johann Pachelbel wrote also 19 fugues without the pedals too, so they are more advanced a little bit, like richer cars, but still very accessible to the keyboardists and organists with intermediate keyboard playing skills. Okay, we talked about Johann Sebastian Bach, and now let's talk about other composers like Johann Caspar Kerl. Kerl wrote an interesting collection called Modulatio Organica, and there are basically 8 pieces, 8 suites in this collection, short pieces for manuals only in various modes, so you can also check them out online. And of course Bach's sons, Wilhelm Friedemann and Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. I think you can play 8 fugues without the pedals by Wilhelm Friedemann Bach, and also the suites by dance suites by Wilhelm Friedemann Bach. And Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach wrote numerous keyboard sonatas. Some of them might require 2 manuals, like a harpsichord, and I think the 6 sonatas that he wrote for the organ, they can be performed on manuals only, but on 2 manuals without the pedals. If you have 1 manual instrument, then you better check the other keyboard sonatas from Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. So that's about very, very interesting Baroque music compositions that you can play on manuals only without the pedals. So go ahead and check them out online and enjoy your practice. Thanks for watching.